Okay, hello everyone. My name is Himanshu. So, guys, welcome to a brand new session of An Academy Cat for MBA. The topic for today's discussion is articles. So, guys, this is one of those topics that is very important for almost all the competitive exams. Those of you who are preparing for CAT and other OMATs as well, or for that matter, if you're preparing for any other exam, articles is one topic that would feature always. Okay, so this is like one of those topics that would be considered very, very important. Okay, so guys, something about myself. My name is Himanshu. By qualification, I am an MA and MPhil in English Literature. I have 11 years of CAT training experience. I had a 99.74 percentile in CAT verbal, and I've been training students for the last 11 years. So, guys, I hope you have subscribed us on Telegram, and you can follow me on the Telegram app at Himanshu underscore Himanshu underscore Unacademy. Okay, so you can follow me, guys, there. Okay, so guys, time for some messages. So these are some of the batches that you can look at that we are starting in an academy. So you can see the dates are 6th of Jan, 8th of Jan, and 9th of Jan. Okay, so just have a look at these batches. So guys, join this Unacademy Combat. It's a very it like this gives an opportunity to win a lot of prizes. Okay, so you have Amazon vouchers. Okay, at rank one, rank two, rank three, and rank four. Okay, so do check it out, guys. Then check out this interview also. So guys, if you are subscribing for the Plus program, you can use my code HSYNC. And once you use my code HSYNC, you get a discount of 10% in your overall fees. Okay, so the fees for 1 year program is 17,500. But the moment you apply my code, the fees reduces by 10% and you have to just pay 15,750. Okay, so this is like the reduction in fees. So guys, this code HSync can be used as a discount code and it can also be used as a referral code. Now, those of you who haven't downloaded the Unacademy app can download the Unacademy app and use this code of mine. So this will act as, guys, the referral code. That means this code will give you access to all the free content. Okay, so if you are someone who has not downloaded the Unacademy app, I would suggest you download the Unacademy app and use my code to get free access to the content. And those of you who want to access the premium content, you want to go for the Plus program, then use this as the discount code, and you will get a 10% discount. Okay, so guys, starting with the session. So the discussion today is on articles. Okay, so what are basically articles? Now, so guys, we all know that articles are written before the nouns. Okay, technically speaking, articles are nothing but determiners that determine a noun. So सबसे पहली चीज, the very first thing that you need to understand is what's an article. An article is technically a determiner that determines whether the determined noun is general or specific. Okay, so we know that there are two types of articles. We have definite articles and indefinite articles, and the role of these articles, whether definite or indefinite, is to actually specify whether a certain noun is specific or of general nature. So we have two types of articles. We have definite articles and then we have indefinite articles. Now, definite article means article the. Okay. So when I use article the, it is used with those nouns that are specific, definite, and are and this the is considered a weaker form of that. अब इसका देखो मीनिंग क्या है? For example, if I say, okay, the student is absent. Now, when I say the student is absent, it specifically means that I'm referring to a specific student. Okay, जब आप किसी definite या specific चीज की बात करते हो, in that case, instead of saying that student, okay, you can also say the student. So what is happening is that when I use definite article the, it makes the noun specific. So the determiner the, okay, basically the article or determiner the, what it does is that it's written before the noun and it makes the noun specific. Okay, and it can be considered a replacement for that. So instead of saying that student is absent because the student is specific, I can also say the student is absent. Okay, the student means some specific student. Indefinite articles क्या होते हैं? What are indefinite articles? Indefinite articles like slash and are used with things that are non-specific or general in nature. Now, when I use indefinite articles like and n, okay, they are actually weaker form of one. Okay. Look at this example. I have a book. तो अब इसका देखो मीनिंग क्या हुआ. When I say I have a book, what does a mean here? Okay, a refers to one. Now instead of saying I have one book, you can simply say I have a book. So we say that using a or n, which is indefinite article. Indefinite articles are nothing but weaker form of one. Guys, look at the second example also. I prefer a book to a magazine. Now, if you look at the second example, in this case, the indefinite article a is not referring to one book or one magazine. No. In this case, in the second example, the scenario is slightly different because in this case, a means any slash all. Okay. आप basically क्या कह रहे हो? In the second example, as you can see, when I say I prefer a book to a magazine, in this case, the indefinite article is used as a replacement for any slash all, and you are saying I prefer any book to any magazine. Okay, so this is a statement where you actually mean to say I prefer any book to any magazine, or you can also say you mean I prefer all books to all magazines, right? So what we can conclude with both these examples is that when I use indefinite article like a slash an, they're either weaker form of one or they are replacement for any slash all. Okay. The is usually used with nouns for which we already have a reference, and sometimes to make the noun definite, we also write a phrase or clause attached with it. So this is something that we need to understand that when I use definite article we use the to make something some noun definite, right? And how do we make it definite? We attach some reference to it. क्योंकि जब आप reference को attach करोगे, the noun gets specified. Sometimes in order to make the noun definite, we also write a phrase or clause with it, right? The moment you write a phrase or a clause with it that defines the noun becomes definite. Okay, so let's have a look at the example to understand this point. Okay, third example को देखते हैं. He has the book which you want. He has the book which you want. So guys, we can see that in this case I've used the with the common noun book, and you can also see that I've used a relative pronoun. तो आपको दिख रहा होगा यहाँ पे that I've used this which, okay, which is basically a relative pronoun, and the moment I use which, the book becomes specific. Okay, so when I say he has the book which you want, okay, the use of relative clause which you want makes the noun book specific. Okay, so here the highlighted part is the relative clause that makes the noun book specific, and hence the use of definite article. And by the way, I'm calling it relative clause because this pronoun which is actually a relative pronoun. Okay, so the moment you attach this relative clause, the book is specified, and now because the book is specified, I can use definite article. I like the cover of your mobile. I like the cover of your mobile. So you can see again that I've used the with cover, and cover, as we all know, is a common noun. Okay, the moment I attach the with it, it becomes specific. Now the point is that why this cover is specific, because you can see that I've used an adjective phrase of your mobile. So it defines the cover. It's not any cover. It's a specific cover. Okay, specific cover कैसा है? Okay, it's the cover of your mobile. So in this case, I've used an adjective phrase. Okay, I've used an adjective phrase. Okay, uh, and what is a phrase? A phrase is nothing but a part of a sentence that has no independent subject. Okay, so when you have a clause, it has an independent subject and independent verb. In the case of phrase, you don't have independent subject or independent verb. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे मैंने phrase का use किया है, ठीक है, of your mobile. Now that's the phrase, and this defines the cover. Okay, so the cover becomes specific, and that is why I can use definite article. Okay. Now, sometimes when we want to make a certain common noun specific, we can actually do without using phrase or clause to make it specific. So the previous examples that we saw were the examples where we actually were using phrases and clauses attached to a specific noun to make it specific. But abhi kya hai? Okay, now we can actually look at some examples where even without using any phrase or clause, we can use definite article, and this is done depending on context. Okay, because sometimes you have the context that itself makes the noun specific. So let's have a look at these examples. Now look at fifth example. You can now use the phone. Now in this case, you can see that I have not used any phrase or clause to make the phone specific. So how is it specific? Why have I used the with phone? Because the context is such that I'm referring to one specific phone. So guys, when you say you can now use the phone, it means that you are referring to a specific phone. He picked a stone and hit the boy. Now look at this, hit the boy. So in this case, again you can see that I have not used any phrase or clause to make the boy specific. Okay, but still the boy is specific as per the context. Okay, because when I say he picked a stone and hit the boy, you're not actually referring to any boy. You are referring to a specific boy. Okay, the camel is the king of desert. Now in this case, the context, the scenario is different. Okay, because though I have used the camel, but you have to understand one thing, that there is a variety of use for definite article. In this case, it's not used because the camel is specific. No. Okay, in this case, the scenario is slightly different. Now, guys, what happens that when I use definite article with a common noun, for example, camel, okay, it can refer to the entire class or category of that particular animal or thing, right? So, यहाँ पे when I say the camel is basically a representative of the entire class slash category. So you have to remember this, that I can use definite article before any common noun to represent or to like show the entire category or the entire class of that particular type. Okay, for example, when I say the rose refers to the entire category of roses. When I say the camel, it refers to the entire category or the entire class of camel. So this is also one of the uses of definite article. So you have to keep in mind. Now look at this. The mobile has become an integral part of our lives. So guys, look at this, the mobile. So now in this case, why am I using the mobile? Am I referring to a specific mobile? No. In this case, again, just like the previous example, I'm saying the mobile because I'm referring to the entire class or entire category of mobile. Okay, so in this case, it's not that the mobile is specific. No, that can be one of the scenarios, but then in the eighth example, I've used the mobile because I want to refer to mobile as a category in general. Okay, so ये आपके पूरे के पूरे class या category को target कर रहा है. Look at the ninth example also. The mango is sweetest of all fruits. Okay, so again, guys, the concept is the same. The mango refers to the category of mangoes in general. Okay, so you are referring to all mangoes. You are referring to the entire category or class of mango. Okay, so guys, we understood about the use of definite article. Now we move on to the use of slash n, that is your indefinite articles. Now you have to understand one thing, and this is a very important concept, that it's compulsory to use articles with singular countable nouns. So you have to understand one thing, that as per the rules of grammar, whenever you have a singular countable noun, ठीक है, जो भी nouns आपके countable होते हैं, ठीक है. Now I hope all of you know this, that common nouns are countable. Okay, common nouns are countable and collective nouns are also countable. Okay, proper nouns are neither countable nor uncountable. Abstract nouns and material nouns are uncountable. So you have to understand one thing, that whenever I have a singular countable noun, which means that you have a common noun or you have a collective noun, it's compulsory to use an article. Okay, you can do without using an article if you have a plural countable noun, but if you have a singular countable noun, it's a compulsion. Now when I use indefinite articles, the use of indefinite articles is to represent the weaker form of one. Okay, so that is one thing that we have already seen, कि हम लोग use करते हैं indefinite articles को to replace one. Okay, so what else apart from that? Okay, now when to use a and when to use n, it depends on the sound of the word. Okay, a is used with words which begin with a consonant sound. Now guys, we all know that what are vowels. Okay, so the sound of the vowel is a, e, I, o, u. Okay, all the other letters of the alphabet are consonants. So when you have a vowel ka sound, okay, then you use n. When you have consonant ka sound, then you use a. And otherwise, in all the cases where you use a or n, we use it with singular countable nouns in order to replace one. ठीक है, so for example, जैसे मैंने आपसे कहा, okay, there's a student in the class. So you can see this, that student starts with S. Okay, this is a consonant sound. consonant sound, that means I have to use indefinite article. Indefinite article का कौन सा वाला, ठीक है, ठीक है, because n is used with vowel sound. One more thing, we also know that this is serving as a weaker form of one, because instead of saying there's one student in the class, I say there's a student in the class. So we understand two things, that indefinite articles are used as a replacement for one, and indefinite articles are decided on the basis of the sound, right? Now, O is used with consonant sounds and N is used with vowel sounds. N is used with such words that begin with a vowel sound. Okay, so let's have a look at these example, guys. Okay, so these are the common errors that we make. Look at this. First example is he purchased a cattle. अब ये wrong क्यों है? Why is the first sentence wrong, guys? This one. Okay, why is this wrong? Okay, the reason why this sentence is wrong is because cattle as a noun is plural. Now there are certain words like police, cattle, media, public, they're always plural. Now in these cases, when you have a certain noun that is default plural, because you have to understand one thing, that cattle refers to the animals of the bovine family which are used for either meat or milk. Okay, and cattle as a term in itself is plural. It always refers to more than one animal. You cannot have one cattle, right? When I use the word cattle, cattle as a term refers to more than one animal. Okay, and you can never have a situation where you can say there is one cattle. Like there's nothing like one cattle. It's always cattle, and it's always more than one. So first example is wrong because I cannot use indefinite article, because there cannot be a situation where you have only one cattle. Look at the second example, guys. He gave me an advice. Now, why is this sentence wrong? Because if you look at this noun advice, advice as a noun is your abstract noun. Now, abstract nouns refers to the names of feelings, emotions, ideas, concepts. Okay, advice एक intangible noun है, and advice technically is a noun that is abstract. Now, abstract nouns are technically uncountable. Now, because abstract nouns are uncountable, it is wrong to say he gave me an advice. It would simply be he gave me advice, or you can also say he gave me a piece of advice, because advice is uncountable, but you can always count the pieces of advice, right? So there are ways in which you can count the uncountable nouns. Like for example, with certain uncountable nouns, we use a countable entity, that is pieces. Okay, like pieces of information, pieces of advice, right? Third example, have a look. Third example is I ate a bread in the breakfast. Now, why is this sentence wrong? Because if you look at this bread, okay, and I've said I ate a bread. Okay, now guys, this is wrong because bread is grammatically speaking a material noun. And as I've already mentioned that abstract nouns and material nouns are always uncountable. So this is wrong because bread is technically a material noun, and material noun, as we've already discussed, is an uncountable noun. Uncountable nouns cannot be counted, and because uncountable nouns can't be counted, you cannot use articles with them. Okay. So remember this, that when you have an abstract noun or a material noun, never use indefinite article with that. Because indefinite articles are nothing but replacement of one, and obviously because abstract nouns and material nouns are uncountable, so you cannot have a replacement of one used with those nouns. Okay, so always keep that thing in mind. Okay, so guys, have a look at this. Okay, so now this is very important. Why do we decide the vowels? Sorry, we decide the articles according to sound, and like how sometimes it is difficult to calculate the sound of a certain alphabet. Because देखो एक चीज समझो, you have only 26 letters in English alphabet, and you have 44 sounds in English. So 26 letters and 44 sounds. That means every single letter generates more than one sound. Now, this is something that's very important because this will create confusion, right? Because if one letter is generating more than one sound, it means that the use of articles will depend on the sound that is generated in that particular word. Okay, so which is बहुत important है. Okay, and we're going to look at that how confusion happens, and like we're going to study all the cases. Okay, so just have a look at the first paragraph. It says in English alphabet we have a total of 26 letters, of which 5 are vowels, and 21 are consonants. Though we have 44 sounds, of which 20 are vowel sounds, and 24 are consonant sounds. That means that when it comes to letters, there are 26 letters, 5 are vowels and 21 are consonants. But when it comes to sounds, there are not 26, there are 44 sounds. Okay, and 20 are vowel sounds and 24 are consonant sounds. That is why the same letter is used for more than one sound. Vowels have a continuous sound that can be made with open mouth, whereas consonants make sound that break and can't be made without air passage control. So यार ये चीज बहुत important है. This is guys very very important because you have to understand something that this will create confusion, right? Because if there are only 26 letters and these 26 letters are going to generate 44 sounds, that means each letter will generate more than one sound, and you have to really decide uh, that in this context what is the sound, and then accordingly use the indefinite article. Okay, so look at the first example. Letter U has two sounds. One is U as in unit and the other is as in umbrella. So guys, look at this. Umbrella and unit both start with U, बट यहाँ पे देखो एक डिफरेंस है. यूनिट में यू का साउंड आ रहा है, यू एज इन वाई ओ यू वाला, ठीक है, और यू कैन से वाई यू. ओके, दिस इज अ कंसोनेंट साउंड गाइस. And on the other hand, when you look at umbrella, umbrella, as you can see, I don't say you umbrella. Okay, we say umbrella, Okay, so the sound is a-a-m. Okay, so the sound is of o. So what is the difference? The difference is because in unit you have a consonant sound, so you will say a unit, whereas in umbrella, okay, you have a vowel sound, okay, so you will say an umbrella. Okay, so this is something that you have to remember, that despite the fact that both start with you, still the sound is different. Similarly, if you look at the word unintentional, it starts with u, okay, but the sound is of a. Okay, so again, unintentional, so you have sound of a. Okay, use a with u sound and n with a sound. Okay, so that's very obvious that when you have a u sound, y o u wala sound, okay, then you use consonant ke liye a. Okay, and then when you have a sound, a, okay, then you use n. Now what are the words where you have a sound, where you have the sound of u? Okay, y o u. Okay, look at these examples, these are very important. Okay, have a look at these example guys, this will create a lot of confusion. Okay, remember this. Look at this. Units, union, uniform, utopia, useless, useful, universal, university, unique. Okay, the sound here is of Y-O-U. So guys, remember these words: unit, union, uniform, utopia, useless, useful, universal, university, unique. In all these cases, the letter U generates a sound of Y-O-U. Okay, Y का sound आ रहा है ना? Now because you have Y का sound, in this case, you have to remember that you have to use article a because it's a consonant sound, guys. Okay, so look at these examples. You have to remember. Okay, so this is consonant sound. Consonant sound. Consonant sound means you have to use a in all these cases. Okay, so whatever part I've highlighted, you have to use a with that. Okay, so this is one case I think which is very important. Look at the second scenario, like look at the second alphabet, which creates confusion. Letter E. Now letter E has three sounds. One is U as in EU, EUE. EU is the name of a bird. Then you have eulogy and European. Again, you have the sound of U, YOU. Okay, so यहाँ पे you have the sound of YOU. Okay, so because this is a consonant sound, so in the first three cases, eulogy, EU, and European, we use a. है ना? क्योंकि consonant sound है, with consonant sound we use a. Okay, so let me highlight this. Okay, so look at this, the three cases. So these are the three cases, guys. EU, eulogy, and European. So in these three cases, because you have a sound of U, okay, because you have a sound of U, in these cases you have to use a with these words. You have to use a with these words as it's a consonant sound. Okay, so this is a consonant sound, guys. Okay, eulogy, European, U. Okay, so in these cases, E has a consonant sound, so we have to use a with that. Okay, second कौन सा sound है? Look at evening and look at egg. Okay, so in evening and egg. Okay, evening, evening. egg, egg, है ना? So you have e and ka sound. With evening and egg, because you have e and ka sound, in these cases that's a vowel sound, so use n. Okay, so we can see that first three cases जो हैं उसमें you have to use a, and the last two cases evening and egg we have to use n. Okay. So one thing we can observe here is that it's not as simple as it might look, because the literal letter and the sound may differ depending on which word in which the letter has been used. Okay, and these are some of the example, guys. And if you pay attention to all the examples that we discuss in these sessions, it will help you to handle any type of question that comes in the exam. Okay. So guys, look at these eight cases. Let's try to discuss them one by one. So look at the first example. He's a one-eyed person. Okay, so one-eyed person, in this case, one is not having a sound of O, it has a sound of W. Okay, one-eyed person, just like you have the word one. Okay, I won the match. Okay, so because you have one has a W ka sound. Okay, so this is a consonant sound. So consonant sound means it should be a one-eyed person. Okay, so this is consonant. This is a 1 rupee coin. So again, you have 1 rupee coin, same as above. It has a sound of one, as in victory wala one. Okay, WON. And again, you have a consonant sound, so it should be a 1 rupee coin. He purchased an orange. He purchased an orange. Okay, so guys, look at this word orange. Okay, orange has a sound of O only. So because orange has a sound of O, so it should be an orange. There is an onion in the rack. Okay, look at the sound of the word onion. Onion, 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 ठीक है. So the guys, this has a sound of ठीक है. अभी यहाँ पे का sound है. So you have का sound. Okay, because you have so it should be an onion, because this is a vowel sound. We presented an unified front. Unified front. U. The sound is U. Okay, in unified front, the sound is U, and this U is basically a consonant sound, and because you have a consonant sound in unified front, it should be a unified front. It was an unintentional mistake. So guys, look at this. It's not a U ka sound. It's not a Y ka sound. Sorry, it's a ka sound. Un, unintentional. Okay, because ka sound, because you have sound of and that's a vowel sound, and because it's a vowel sound, it should be an unintentional mistake. We saw a UFO yesterday. We saw a UFO yesterday. UFO. U. Okay, so you can see that in this case, you have a sound of U. UFO. It's not a ka sound, it's not U ka sound, it's U. है ना? UFO. So because U is basically a consonant sound, Y ka sound है. ठीक है, तो Y का sound, because of that, it should be a UFO. We have never seen an unidentified flying object. Look at the word un. It's a ka sound. Un. And because it's a ka sound, it should be an unidentified object, because like this is a vowel sound, guys, in eighth one. Okay. Look at the fourth case. Look at these words. Okay. Art, honest, honorable, heiress, honorary, etc. So, guys, we all know that in these words are honest, honorable, heiress, okay, honorary, the H is silent, and the dominant sound is of O. Now, in all these cases, because the H is silent and the dominant sound is of O, and O obviously is a vowel sound, so in all these words we use N. Okay. Look at the fifth wala scenario, fifth case. Okay, look at these letters F, H, L, M, N, S, R, X. Okay, so guys, these letters are very important, because there are two ways in which you can use these letters in an abbreviation, or like when you look at the abbreviation or the acronym, there are two different rules that apply. So just pay attention to what I'm just trying to tell you, and like just try to understand how you have to decide which article to use. ठीक है, तो कैसे करना है, I'm going to explain. Okay, just pay attention to what now I have to discuss. Okay, so guys, first of all, remember these letters F, H, L, M, N, S, R, X. ठीक है. Now, when you pronounce them independently, they have a vowel sound. Okay, what does pronouncing independently mean? Pronouncing independently mean that when you use them as a part of, like for example, when you use a shortened form. Okay, okay, so when you have this abbreviation, right? Okay, then you pronounce them independently, you don't pronounce them as a single word. Now let me explain this. For example, when I look at SMS, okay, now this is not a like this is not a single term. It's like three different letters pronounced independently. S, M, S. Okay, so this is pronouncing independently. Similarly, when you have FIR, so you don't say FIR. Okay, you would say FIR. So this is pronouncing independently. So what is the rule? When you pronounce them independently, these letters have a vowel sound. And how do you justify they have a vowel sound? For example, when you pronounce S independently, it has a sound of S, E, S. Similarly, when you pronounce F independently, it has a sound of F, E, F. Okay, so what you have to remember here, guys, what you have to remember here is this, that when you use these letters in the shortened form or the abbreviation and you pronounce them independently, then in that case you have to consider their vowel sound, and then in that case obviously you have to use N as the article. Okay, so when you use them in abbreviation and when you pronounce them independently, in those cases you have to use N, and in like obviously because they have a vowel sound, and you have to just remember these letters because that's the most important part. Okay, so letters FHL, MN and RSRX when pronounced independently have a vowel sound. Like for example, F sounds EF, S sounds SES, and which are vowel sounds. So use N with such words when the mentioned letter pronounced independently. Okay, so guys, this is how you uh, decide the pronunciation of the abbreviations. Okay, so just observe these letters. The letters बहुत important है. Okay, now we have already understood how to pronounce them independently. Now let's see how to pronounce them as an acronym. Okay, so look at the sixth rule. Please remember that the letters FHL, M, and RSX, when used in abbreviation, are pronounced independently. Example SPI, SMS, etc. But the same letters, when they are a part of acronym, then they are not pronounced as a word. Then they are pronounced as a word and not independently. So guys, you can actually use them as an acronym also. अभी acronym का देखो कैसे होता है ना? Let's look at this word SEBI, SEBI, or for that matter, look at this word NATO. Now, how do you pronounce NATO? Do you pronounce it NATO? No, you pronounce it as a single word, NATO. Similarly, when you pronounce SBI, okay, do you pronounce it SBI? Okay, sorry, not SBI. Okay, SBI is an abbreviation. Okay, SEBI, SEBI. ठीक है, अभी सेबी को कैसे प्रोनाउंस करते हैं? हाउ डू प्रोनाउंस सेबी? ओके, डू यू प्रोनाउंस इट SEBI or you pronounce it as a single word? Obviously you pronounce it as a single word, right? So when you look at such words like SEBI and NATO, these words are not pronounced independently, they are pronounced as a single word. So when you pronounce these as a single word, when you pronounce them as a single word, they're not being used as an abbreviation, they're actually being used as an acronym. When you use these mentioned letters as an acronym, then the sound is not a vowel sound, but it's a consonant sound. And because it's a consonant sound, then when used as an when used as an acronym, you have to use the consonant sound wala article, that is a. Okay, so when you use them as an acronym, then you use a. So what we can conclude from this discussion? We can conclude from this discussion that you have to pay special notice to these letters FHL, MN, SRX, and there are two ways in which these letters can be used. When you use them as an abbreviation and you pronounce them independently, then they generate a vowel sound, and in that case we use N as the indefinite article. On the other hand, when we use the same letters FHL, MN, SRX as a part of an acronym and you pronounce them not independently but as a single word, then in that case they generate a consonant sound, and because they generate a consonant sound, in that case you have to use the article a with them. Okay, so I hope guys that is clear to all of you, and this is a very important concept, and you will definitely require this concept in many of the competitive exams that you're planning to write. Okay, so this is something that is important, and you have to keep that thing in mind. Okay, so guys, moving on to the use of definite article, right? Now let's see. So we have already seen how we use indefinite articles. So now let's move on to the next part, and that is the use of definite article. Okay, so look at the first paragraph. Okay, definite article is used with nouns in specific sense or definite sense, and they're also used with nouns the reader is aware of. Okay, so this is something that that you need to understand, that when I use a definite article, the term definite article itself means that whatever noun you are referring to is specific or is defined, and the reader is aware of whatever noun you are referring to. Okay, so it's a specific or definite noun that you're referring. So use of definite article. Though definite article can also be used with numerous other situations such as before superlatives, ordinals, relative increase or decrease, etc. So this is also important, guys. See, the common rule with definite article is that we use them with things that are specific or definite. But then you also need to understand that there are other scenarios also. For example, definite articles are always used before the superlatives. Okay, so you have like the positive, comparative, and superlative degree of an adjective. If you have a superlative adjective, it's a compulsion that you use a definite article with that. तो वहां पे पता है क्या, वहां पे you don't have the usual definite वाला concept. Okay, like you have a lot of other situations also where you use a definite article. For example, with ordinals. Okay, ordinals means the words like first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, so with all these words we also use definite articles. Okay, so when you understand definite articles, you have to understand both the dimensions. So you have to understand that definite articles are used when you define a certain noun. Okay, and definite articles are used in other situations also, like superlatives, ordinals, relative increase and decrease, etc. Okay, so guys, let's try to understand some specific scenarios with reference to definite article. Okay, look at the first case. Use the with such common nouns as used to represent some abstract nouns. Okay, so this is something that may be new for some of you. Okay, now look at the example. The teacher in him always comes out when he sees the audience. Okay, so guys, look at this. The teacher. देखो, you can use certain common nouns to represent an abstract idea. Okay, you can use certain common nouns to represent an abstract idea, and this can be done by using definite article before the common noun. So look at the first example, guys. It says the teacher in him always comes out when he sees the audience. Okay, so do you really think that when I say the teacher refers to a specific teacher? No. The teacher in this case refers to the qualities of a teacher, or the abstract idea of of like all the qualities or all the like all the things that are associated with being a teacher. Okay, so that is what is the teacher here. Now, if you look at this situation, you can obviously understand that we are not using the in this case to refer to a specific teacher, but then in this case we're referring to the idea of being a teacher. That means it refers to the idea of the qualities, the embodiment of qualities in a person of a teacher. Similarly, if you look at the second example, it is important to kill the devil inside us. Okay, so look at this example, guys. The devil inside us. So now, what do you think here? Do you think that devil is a is actually a person, and like you're referring to a specific devil? That is why you said the devil. Nahi na? Okay. In this case, what is happening? The devil again is a representative of all the qualities of a devil. Okay, so devil here is not a single or a specific person. Devil here is just a representative of the qualities of devil. Okay, so you can see that in both the examples we have used the to refer to the abstract concept of being a teacher or being a devil. Okay, and you don't have any specific common noun here that is specified using the definite article, but then it refers to an abstract idea. Okay, so this is also one of the ways in which definite article can be used. Now, second example, guys, is very important because you have to remember that when you refer to geographical terms and regions that are definite, then also we use definite article. Okay, so when you refer to definite geographical regions, okay, like equator, prime meridian, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, North Pole, South Pole, so these are definite geographical regions. With definite geographical regions, it's a compulsion to use a definite article. So, guys, you have to remember these terms. I would just highlight it and just make it a point to remember these terms because, like you can be expected to answer the questions. So look at these terms. So these are the terms, guys. So you have equator, prime meridian, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, North Pole, South Pole, Himalayas, Aravallis, Geographical regions include the name of seas. Okay, so whatever seas you have, like Pacific Ocean, so you say the Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean. Okay, for the name of seas, always use definite article. Name of gulfs, like the Thar Desert. Okay, forest, ठीक है. Rivers, okay, rivers मतलब जैसे the Ganges, the Brahmaputra, the Narmada. Okay, with rivers also we use definite article. With mountain ranges, for example, the Himalayas, the Aravallis. Group of islands, okay, like the West Indies, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Union territories, okay, so you have the United States of America, okay, the United Kingdom. Celestial objects, matlab, for example, the Earth, the Moon, the Sun. Directions means the north, the south, okay, when you're referring to directions. Okay, now you have to remember all these things, right? Okay, ab like this is something that is very important to keep in mind, because some of you might be confused. Okay, so let me just give you a refresher. Just let me just repeat it. Okay, so we use the with all geographical terms and regions that are definite. And what are the definite geographical terms or regions or geographical terms? So these include equator, prime meridian, tropic of Cancer, tropic of Capricorn, North Pole, South Pole, Himalayas, Aravallis. Okay, Himalayas and Aravallis are actually included in mountain ranges. Geographical regions include name of seas, name of oceans, name of gulfs, name of desert, name of forest, name of rivers. Okay, rivers wala बहुत important है. It comes a lot in the exams. Mountain ranges like Aravallis and Himalayas use the with before them. Group of islands, union territories. Okay, union territories आपकी जितनी भी होती है उनके पहले द आपको यूज करना है. ठीक है. Celestial objects like the earth, the moon. Okay, directions like the north, the south. Right. With equator, obviously you have to use with equator. Okay. So remember all these things. Okay, you can look at this example. Equator divides the earth into two equal halves. So what is wrong in this sentence? This part, equator, because it is not equator, it's actually the equator. Okay. Okay, so guys, look at this third rule also, and that is in reference to musical instruments. When you have musical instruments, again you have to use the with the name of musical instruments. So this is very important, guys. With the name of musical instruments, also we use the. So musical instruments means like the piano, kind of like that, the synthesizer. Then you have to use the with inventions. You have to use the with communities. Communities means the Hindu, the Muslim, dynasties, families in plural, hotels, trains, ships. Okay, famous buildings, holy books. Holy books. Guys, holy books is a very common question that is asked in the exams, because generally we use generally we forget to use the with holy books, right? For example, I have read Quran. Now that is wrong, because it should be I have read the Quran. Okay. Similarly, when you say I have read Gita, okay, no, that is wrong. It should be I have read the Gita. Okay. Okay, so just keep that thing in mind. With holy books, we use the. Okay. Newspapers, magazines, trophies, resignations, government departments, names of people, etc. Okay, so all are not important, but like holy books is important. Then you have famous buildings, historical events, like for example the Jallianwala Bagh incident. Then you have communities, then you have dynasties. Okay, dynasties like the Mughal Empire. Okay, so it's not that you have to remember everything, but then just keep the important ones in mind. Okay, so we have already discussed that with the name of religious books we use definite article. Okay, so for example the Gita, the Ramayana. Then religious places we use the, okay, like the church, the shrine. Okay, religious groups. Okay, so religious groups, before religious groups also we use the, like the Islamic Front, the Vishwa Hindu Parishad. Okay, the VHP. Religious communities like the Hindu, the Sikh. Religious symbols, the Holy Cross, the swastik, etc. Okay, so you have to just keep these things in mind, that when it comes to things that are of religious nature, like religious books, religious places, religious groups, religious communities, religious symbols, okay, we use definite article before them. Okay, with political books and political documents, okay, like the constitution, political places like the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha, the Senate. With political groups, okay, political groups means the NSUI, the ABVP. Okay, political parties, the AAP, the Congress. Political symbols, the national emblem, political post. Okay, political post is important, guys. Like for example, the chief minister, the president, the prime minister. Okay, with political post we use the before the name of the like the term whatever political post we are referring to, like the prime minister, the president, the chief minister, etc. Right. And remember not to use the with the parliament. Okay, so that is one thing that is an exception. So you have to remember that don't use the with parliament. Okay. What else? Use the with the name of historical places, important historical places. So what are the important historical places like the Taj Mahal? Okay, so use the with that. Use the with the name of important movements. Okay, important movements. Okay, so what are the important movements like the Jallianwala, the Quit India movement, right? Okay, the French Revolution. Use it with the ages like the Stone Age. Use it with some incidents, important ones. Okay, like the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Okay, never use the with abstract nouns and material nouns in general sense, but the can be used when you use abstract nouns or material nouns in specific sense. So guys, this is also an important rule. Let me explain this rule by giving an example. So when you have abstract nouns and material nouns used in a general sense, the is not used. When the same abstract nouns and material nouns are used in specific sense, okay, then you use the with them. Okay, now let me explain this concept. Okay, so guys, look at this example. Have a look at this example. Now, when I say science is important for all, and the second example is the science of computers is complex. So, if you look at the first example, I've used science without any article, without definite article, and in the second example, I've used the science. That means I've used science with the definite article. Okay, so why is it that I've used science without article, without definite article in the first example, and in the second example, I've used science with definite article though? The reason is, guys, this that science as an abstract noun, when it is used in general sense, and you're like when I say general sense, it means that you're not referring to anything specific, you're referring to general. Okay, like science in general. So when you refer to an abstract nouns or a material noun in general, okay, in general, then you use them without definite article. But when you refer to a specific material noun or a specific abstract noun, now, in this case, in the second example, I've referred to the specific science of computers. The specific science of computers. Then, with the same abstract noun, now it is allowed to use definite article. You have to keep this thing in mind, and this is what the seventh point is. Never use the with abstract nouns and material nouns in general sense. But when you use abstract nouns and material nouns in a specific sense, okay, you're referring to something specific, then the can be used. Okay, and never use indefinite articles with either abstract or material nouns. Okay, so guys, I hope this point is clear. Now let's look at this next point. Okay, don't use definite article the with meals referred to in general sense, but the can be used for meals in specific sense. Okay, so again the same thing when when you refer to meals in general sense, don't use the when you're referring to meals in a specific sense, then the can be used. For example, look at this example, the lunch we had at the Taj Hotel. Now you're not referring to any lunch, you're not referring to general lunch that we have, you're referring to a specific lunch. You're referring to a specific lunch. And now because you're referring to a specific lunch, the is allowed. Okay, now in certain cases when you use the with a certain noun, the meaning of the word changes. Okay, and we can understand this by looking at some examples. The mathematics of this project are beyond me. So guys, we all know that mathematics is a subject. But the moment you use the before mathematics, the meaning of the word mathematics changes. Okay, it actually acquires a totally different meaning. When you say the mathematics of this project are beyond me, here the mathematics is not referring to mathematics as a subject, but it refers to calculations, right? And because you are referring to calculations, and calculations are obviously plural, that is why we have used the plural verb are. Okay. Similarly, look at the next example. When you say the economics, okay, so when you say economics, economics we all know is a subject, okay, but when you say the economics is a totally new word. It means the money making skills. So when I say the economics of household are managed by the women, okay, so here the economics refers to the money making skills, or the money management skills. Okay, the economics of this project are beyond me. Okay, मतलब ये हुआ कि the money making skills, how the money is going to come. Okay, so the economics is different from economics. Similarly, when you say the politics, now politics we all know what politics is, and with politics we don't require any article. But the moment you say the politics is not same as politics. It refers to political or diplomatic views. So it is correct to say when you make this remark, uh, his politics are different from mine. So that means his political views are different from mine. So the politics can refer to political or diplomatic views. So what we can see from the ninth example, from the ninth point, is that with certain nouns, when you use a definite article before it, okay, it acquires a totally different meaning. Okay, so the mathematics has a different meaning from mathematics, the economics has a different meaning from economics, and the politics has a different meaning from politics. Okay, so just keep that thing in mind, because this is something that can create confusion for many of you. Okay, so guys, that will be all for today. I want to continue this discussion in the next session. So do follow me, and like I would be uploading the next session, in the in the next few hours. Okay, so do watch that session also. So this is the first part of the chapter articles, and I'm going to cover the remaining part in the next in the next session. Okay, so that would be all for this session. Okay, see you in the next session. Thank you very much.